Let's talk about BlueYonder warehouse management software. So in today's conversation, I want to look at the pros and cons, the ins and outs, the pricing, the functionalities, the capabilities of this BlueYonder warehouse management software. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. First of all, when you think about BlueYonder, I want you to think about something that goes beyond warehouse management. I want you to think about supply chain management, supply chain planning, okay? And so BlueYonder Limited used to be called JDA, demand planning. And so think of it as a supply chain planning software with an emphasis on warehouse management, along with transportation, labor, and distribution networks. So I want you to think about an all-in-one solution, okay? This software really sort of offers a more holistic warehouse management solution, okay? And so it's basically an end-to-end execution platform that helps all kinds of organizations to unify logistics operations, optimize transportation with warehouse and labor, and provide real-time visibility into operations. And so BlueYonder Luminate focuses on various aspects of planning, logistics, warehouse management, and commerce. Okay, so I want you to really think about that. So it's basically, it's not really a warehouse management software tool. It's more of a supply chain management software tool. So the warehouse management is actually it's more like a capability. It's just a module. So just a module of this SCM software. And what we love about the BlueYonder here is that basically the way it's built, you might think that it's actually great for larger businesses only. No, it's also basically adaptable to small businesses and also mid-sized businesses. Now the bottom line here is that you need to actually have the capability, the volume of activity to actually be able to leverage BlueYonder's capabilities. In other words, you got to reach a certain critical mass to be able to enjoy the benefits that come from this software. Okay, but you have specific features that actually help you in terms of warehouse management, supply chain modeling, supply planning, demand planning, inventory management, order management, and so on and so forth. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the pros and cons of BlueYonder warehouse management software. I want to first start with the pros, okay? So when you think about BlueYonder, what kind of advantages should you think about? Well, you have advanced planning and scheduling. You have warehouse management, you have supply chain modeling, you have demand planning, and you have cloud deployment. Let's first talk about the business benefits of those strengths or those advantages. When we talk about advanced planning and scheduling, basically you have a process that maximizes productivity and optimizes resource utilization. When we talk about warehouse management, you are able to improve storage efficiency and reduce order processing time. And when we talk about supply chain modeling, you are able to enhance strategy building and decision-making capabilities across the board. And when we talk about demand planning, you are basically streamlining inventory management, reducing stockouts and overstocks. In other words, you are making sure that the inventory on your balance sheet is properly valued, okay? And when it comes to a cloud deployment, you have flexible access, cost effectiveness, and easy scalability. You can actually access the BlueYonder warehouse management software from anywhere. You know, whether you are on vacation, in the office, or on the go, not a problem. So you have advanced features, you have a user-friendly interface, you have customer support, and you have integration capabilities. The integration capabilities are key because the ability to integrate with a variety of platforms and software tools enhances the flexibility and functionality of BlueYonder. And also, when we talk about UX, like a very powerful UX, this is true because if you go through BlueYonder, you will see a very select series, if you will, of easy to use features that really empowers users when it comes to proficiency levels. Like, you don't have to be an experienced level to use a BlueYonder, no, because the tool is really done in such a way that depending upon your expertise level, you can still actually use the tool. This is really cool. Also, you have a set of comprehensive features such as advanced planning and scheduling, demand planning, and warehouse management. So this is really fantastic. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about BlueYonder warehouse management software tool. So this is a review of this software. I want to talk to you about the disadvantages. So we talked about the pros. Now let's talk about the cons when it comes to BlueYonder. It's really important to understand that despite BlueYonder's impressive stature in providing supply chain management solutions, there are certain areas that require attention and may impose challenges for some users. Okay, first of all, you have a learning curve. So there is a learning curve that you need to account for. So basically, and the learning curve happens actually at three levels. It happens before like when you're going through let's say when you're going through the demo and you're going through or a free trial, depending upon the setup that they have done for you. That's during the due diligence period. You might experience a steep learning curve after they actually set up the tool for you, and then you might experience another steep learning curve once you start using the tool for real. Okay, so you have this trifecta of steep learning curves to really account for, and depending upon the sophistication, the technology sophistication of your team members, they might actually be faster or slower. It really depends. Okay, so this is one thing you need to really pay attention to. This is a significant drawback when it comes to BlueYonder, and because again, BlueYonder is a pretty big, pretty massive software. We're not speaking just about software that can help you manage a small inventory somewhere in Texas or somewhere in New York. No, we're speaking about a tool that can really scale with you and help you manage multiple warehouses. And so the learning curve is one big thing. The second thing is that is pricing. So BlueYonder, I'll speak about pricing later on, but BlueYonder is not really transparent when it comes to pricing. They're really hiding a lot of stuff. They're not the only one doing it though. A lot of players in this industry, they do it too. So it's one of those things where you have to see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. And so while offering superb features and capabilities, cost sensitivity could be a setback factor for small scale businesses. So if you are listening to me right now, you care about you're really counting every penny that comes out of your company's pocket, then you will not find BlueYonder pretty efficient or pretty cost effective, so to speak. Let's talk about the value added here. So when we think about BlueYonder warehouse management system, what is the value being added here? So basically, navigating with BlueYonder can actually significantly simplify your organization's complex supply chain undertakings. Again, I'm not just saying warehouse management, I'm saying supply chain management. And so the system offers solution-oriented modules that enhance operational efficiency, reduce cost, and improve customer satisfaction. So BlueYonder is really adding value in those areas. It is also adding value when it comes to advanced planning and scheduling. So you have tools that really streamline business processes, thereby enabling optimum resource utilization. And this is kind of cool. And so when you think about BlueYonder, I want you to think about an all-in-one tool. So you have tools that really revolve around advanced replenishment, for example. Those advanced replenishment really help you in terms of adding value to your operations. You have IoT-enabled real-time monitoring and event management. So IoT, Internet of Things. BlueYonder actually offers diverse functionalities. So you're talking about functionalities that really cater to industry-specific needs. And so you have capabilities from manufacturing to warehousing to supply chain management to shipping and so on and so forth. Okay, and it's one of those things when you think about BlueYonder, I want you to think about supply chain planning. And some experts even talk about supply chain execution. So you basically are going beyond automation and now you are doing execution. And so this is really good. And on top of that, BlueYonder really adds value because it can integrate seamlessly with several other software add-ons and APIs. And this is kind of cool because the bottom line here is that this seamless integration can optimize the overall efficiency of this tool. So when you think about BlueYonder, there's actually two versions. You have the standard version. So what's included in the standard version, you have order management, you have inventory management, You have demand and supply planning. What about the premium version? This version includes all the standard features along with advanced replenishment and IoT enabled real-time monitoring. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about BlueYonder. So this is a BlueYonder warehouse management software review. Let's talk about the differentiators that you have to really pay attention to if you're considering BlueYonder. Okay, the thing is that when we talk about BlueYonder differentiators, you have all kinds of capabilities, and but we want to focus on the differentiators that revolve around warehouse management. The thing with BlueYonder here is that they are basically trying to optimize your warehouse for you while automating all the essential functions. And we're talking about all the essential functions in the warehouse, around the warehouse, and basically also at the warehouse. Okay, so this is kind of important. So in the warehouse and at the warehouse, we're talking here about the yard. So at the warehouse, we're speaking about yard management. In the warehouse, we're speaking about the on premise, right? And around the warehouse, this is pretty self-explanatory. Now, one thing I want to say here is that the differentiators you need to really pay attention to before buying BlueYonder are sort of, in our view, about five differentiators. And the question is, do you need those differentiators? And like those elements really make a difference in your business processes? So you have real-time inbound and outbound processing. You have unified yard management. You have intelligent inventory management. You have resource orchestration. And then you have intuitive and configurable user experience. So when we talk about real-time inbound and outbound processing, you are able to use BlueYonder to gain visibility into shipment processing and optimize tasks to actually streamline operations. And when it comes to yard management, you are able to manage aspects from equipment to dock doors to personnel to achieve more efficient yard management. And when we talk about intelligent inventory management, you are able to enable control and visibility from suppliers' production through to end user with effective inventory management. For resource orchestration, you are able to track labor and scheduling across operations, as well as improve automation and performance standards across resources. And when we talk about the intuitive and configurable user experiences, you are able to, through BlueYonder warehouse management software, to gain more flexibility, real-time responsiveness, and prescriptive mobile workflows to easily manage complex warehouse operations. This is really pretty good. Let's talk about the pricing here. So when it comes to pricing, BlueYonder is pretty mum about it, so they're not really sharing any data. So you're gonna have to contact BlueYonder to have more information. And as I told you, basically you have 3 or 4 tiers. We actually reached out to them. We asked them to actually provide us with some data because we were preparing for this show, and they were not able to give us that data on time. And they don't want to. So it's one of those things where if you're interested, you have to contact BlueYonder, and they will let you know. They will call you back and they will discuss with you, and then at the end they will give you a bespoke price depending upon your needs. Okay, and it's one of those things where you have to constantly talk to someone from the sales department before you get your information. Now, is it good? Is it bad? It really depends. I mean, I understand that tactic, that strategy. But it's one of those things where you should not actually force people to respond that way. One thing I want to say here is that when we talk about pricing, we're talking about your features, the features that you need. Okay, the needs, your warehousing needs, and also your budget. Because the whole thing is that BlueYonder can actually cost as much as $5,000 per month for up to 20 users. This is what we have we were able to gather from our research. So the cost for the standard version for BlueYonder warehouse management system can be as high as $5,000 for up to 20 users, while the premium version cost varies depending on the extent of features utilized. So this is what it is, and but it can go all the way to $20,000 to $35,000 $1,000. So, there's no limits here. So overall, BlueYonder is pretty robust in terms of functionalities. It's pretty robust in terms of customer service. You can get customer service as soon as you want it. They're pretty responsive, but it's one of those things where you have to really see whether or not BlueYonder has the tools and capabilities that you need to actually set up your own warehousing operations. Let's talk about, let me give you the verdict here. Is BlueYonder really worth it? Is BlueYonder warehouse management software really worth it? Is it for you? Now, assimilating all its features, support systems, and user feedback, BlueYonder really stands out as a potent supply chain management software solution well worth considering, right? However, you have to align your unique needs and requirements with BlueYonder's offerings. This is kind of crucial because you do not want to actually pay for software like tools or features that you barely use. So you want to have a clear idea. You want to really think about your needs, your warehousing needs, so you know whether or not you are able to use BlueYonder's advanced features, high scalability, user friendliness, and other capabilities. Because BlueYonder has tons of features. The question is, do you need all of them? Is it worth it paying $5,000 minimum a month, for features that you barely use, right? At the end of the day, it's one of those things where we always say on this show, you got to have a certain critical mass to start enjoying, okay? And to start enjoying the benefits of a software tools such as BlueYonder and other software tools that really revolve around ERP and SCM. We're speaking here about supply chain management. If you're a small software provider, then you really do not care about charging people $5,000 a month. But if you have invested years and years and years and millions of dollars into a software tool, then you want to really charge as much, okay? And so the bottom line here is that if you are comfortable calling BlueYonder to ask for information, that's fine. I mean, personally, we do not like the fact that they do not share their data. But hey, listen, they're not the only one doing it. It's one of those things where at some point you're gonna have to actually encounter it, but it's not a problem. And BlueYonder does not have a free trial. They do have a free demo, so please avail yourself of the demo before you do anything, okay? And make sure that you're comfortable with how the demo operates, that you can use it, okay? We're talking here about user experience. You can use it. You can understand the most important features before you actually that maybe sign up for good, like, not for good, but sign up for real, okay? Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. Let me do a quick recap here. So I spoke to you about BlueYonder. So this was a BlueYonder warehouse management software review. So I gave you the overview, the pros and cons, the value added, the differentiators, their pricing, and the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.